Okay.
Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbeds. Hey, this is recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue, and got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbeds. Hey, this is recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue, and got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga.
Oh, you can't see it. Hold on.
Yeah, greetings. Welcome to Front Line Blacc News. I've got an interesting lineup tonight. We're going to be talking about the tangibles 2020. We're going to be talking about gruesome Newsome in California. We're going to be talking about hiding Biden and building the wall, or continuing building the wall, and then Chicagoans and migrant crisis in Chicago, where an 11-year-old black girl in the city of Chicago was attacked by these migrants. Now, how the hell does that happen there in the city of Chicago is beyond me. Also, too, we're going to be talking about police brutality in Jaccsonville, Florida. Also, too, we're going to be mentioning Brother Tariq Nasheed. Man, you lose that hat, man.
Yeah, never that. Never that, Shabaka. Never.
Man, do I have to show my hat, man?
Oh, we don't want to see that shit, Shabaka.
No, man.
You know what?
What's that? Oh, Lord, man. Yeah, man. Man, what a disgusting sight, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you guys are going to talk about me even having
That's a lovely
Sister
sight.
Bianca
It's a very lovely
on
sight.
me.
Oh, let's see the coat. Let's see the coat. God damn it.
Oh, man. Oh, hell no, man. No, man. No.
It's not a lovely
That's offensive. That's offensive, sir. You know what I'm saying? That is just It's downright unacceptable, sir. Man, the Pony Express, man.
Lovely coat, isn't it?
Man, the Pony Express,
Okay,
man. So how's the Pony?
Oh crap!
How they gonna deliver the mail in them blizzards you got coming up?
Yeah, they coming. They coming, Shabaka. You already know.
Who is that? The Pony Express?
No, the Broncos, goddammit.
Yeah, well, you know, them dudes, man, you know, they only got one win, man. What is that out of about 5 losses now?
One win as well.
But we still got to play the last game of the season in the AFC West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that they'll be fine. You know what I mean? Because they won't be hosting a Super Bowl. I hate to say about the Raiders. You know, they got a whole lot of work to work up on. So. Yeah, just as long as it ain't no Boys Town and no cowgirls, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that.
Okay, you fade. Yeah, you fade now, brother Che. Okay. Is your signal?
Come back in.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Did the screen finally close? Oh, it's still open. What the hell?
Okay. See if there were 8 minutes and 22 seconds into the show.
2 peppers. Yeah.
Okay, we got guests. Okay, so how'd your situation go, man, with the, okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Front Line Blacc News. Okay, Brother Che is at the studio right now, folks, and going over the itinerary tonight, tangibles, 2024 is because, Brother Tariq Nasheed started the tangibles hashtag in 2020. So now there's tangibles 2024, tangibles all the way up to the year 2100, something specifically for us on the resources that we've built here in the United States is because they got all this tax money, going to these migrants. Okay. And enough is enough. Okay. And then, of course, too, as we did another episode or another presentation on another platform, and it's pretty much is that these migrants are attacking us. And
we're gonna get to that, Shabaka. Thank you for doing it. So, Shabaka already. Did you went through all the topics?
No, I was going through them. I was just on the tangibles. Okay, on number 2, going to be talking about the Nancy Pelosi's nephew, who's the current governor of California, Newsome, and his appointee of a U.S. senator from California, who will be filling out the rest of Dianne Feinstein's term. And I think that she will not be up for re-election in 2024. I think her re-election will be 2026. Okay, and I'm trying to remember who the other U.S. senator is from California. Okay, and it just goes to show, just how dysfunctional the whole state is. The air is dysfunctional, the mindset is dysfunctional, the politicians there are dysfunctional, Hollywood is dysfunctional. Panther Town is halfway functional. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the legacy that it has. And also, too, we want to mention the fact that with this here being October, it is the 57th anniversary of the Black Panther Party from Oakland, California. And of course, as we do know, Lil Bobby Hutton, the Forte brothers, Dr. Huey P. Bobby Seale.
Today is the anniversary, the 57th anniversary.
Yeah. I know it's in October, but I can't recall the exact date.
Sister Nikki had posted it today.
Oh, okay, Sister Nikki. Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be October 6th.
Oh, okay.
67 or 1966.
No, sir, it's 1966. Yeah. It was 1966, and Dr. Newton had went on the patrols and taken his law books, and he was informing, the Oakland Police Department that they're in violation of said laws, and then he would quote the ordinance and whatnot, and then of course, as we all know, all police departments are policy enforcers, and they're not elected officials. Okay, and of course, the main policy that they enforce is the destruction of Black people. And they evolved from the slave patrollers doing the slave trade when you had runaway slaves and what have you. And we are always going to keep that there up in the face of the Joe Gibsons, the Uncle Tim Scotts, the dump supporters. And when we say the dump, we're meaning Donald Duck dump, as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear. Right. Okay. And there's something about, he's trying to get some more tax breaks or whatever. I don't know the psychology, if I'm saying the word right, of this dude, Humpty Trumpty, and what have you. And don't know what his makeup is. He is arrogant. He is a bigot. Okay. He has set a fervor in the United States that might, politics for blacks. Okay, Mad Dog, greetings, Mad Dog, greetings,
this
Mad
is
Dog.
This is all you. It's all you, Sabaka. This is different platforms we're on.
Okay, yeah, all righty. Okay, so we're on the Arena Censored platform?
We're on Arena Uncensored, we're on MD20, we're on Politics and, for Blacks.
Okay, good.
In my personal Facebook page and Facebook Front Line Blacc News.
Okay, and it should be posted up there on my personal Facebook page as well too.
No, it's on mine.
It's not. How come it's not up on my page?
Because I'm not logged into your account. The only way I can add your page to it is I have to log into your account.
Okay, I thought I did that.
No. I don't think it's streaming on your page. It's streaming on mine.
It should be. Just
go to my page and share it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Reese Andrews reacted to our post, the 57th anniversary of the Black Panther Party. Okay. All right. And it's very important, that our youth, understands that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All righty. And okay, I'm going to my personal page up here. Okay, I got that right there. Okay, the FBA platform. Okay, 1 hour ago, that's it right there. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. And do I got it? Does this hit a link? Okay, that was 3 hours ago. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, just go to my page about this. Stream it on my page.
Okay, all right, okay, let me click on. Okay, Brother Che right here. Okay.
Oh, they
And you
blocked.
got, you know that? Okay, because I'm trying to go to your page, and then they got you got the Jonathan Majors case up here, evidence revealed. And then you got Vivek Ramaswamy up there. Okay. Then you got the dump civil fraud trial. Okay. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to go to your page per se, but it's just showing a part of the stories.
No, go to my page, my direct page by the Harris LaShawn.
Okay.
It's
All
right there.
right. Okay. All right. Going to Facebook. Okay. Wait a minute. All right, friends, okay. I got French request, okay. What are you looking?
Just type in Paris
No,
in the search bar.
yeah, right. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Oh, there it is at the top of the list, and then also too. Okay. And let's see right here. Okay, so all right, okay. Now I'm on your wall right here, but it didn't share it.
Are you on the video? Just hit share.
Okay. All right, home video. Okay, I'm at video. Okay, no, not it's showing Ali up right here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, they're playing all these tricks. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we are. Okay. All right, brother Che. Share now. Public. Okay. And okay, shared to my profile that it says, okay, so it's up on my wall now, correct?
Let me double check. It should be if you shared it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because you know how they do us, man, you know. And then I'm just up here looking at some past reels here, videos on my wall. Of course, also, too, we want to pay respect, you know, to the recent solar return of Miss Fannie Lou Hammer, you know.
Yeah.
Who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, you know what I mean?
And
More reason.
our elder scholar, master teacher, Nelly Fuller Jr., who just turned 94.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Happy solar return to him. It may have many, many more. And doctors keep dropping that knowledge right here. And definitely check out the group and the hashtag called Resurrection of the Mental Dead. We've named it for obvious reasons. It's self-explanatory on what have you. And then also, too, ladies and gentlemen, share all the episodes of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhances, because I'm doing an experiment on it, and it's a distinctive possibility we're going to be leaving Blog Talk and going over to Spreaker, Brother Che, but I'll keep you posted up on that. Is because I'm looking at the shares.
We should go to Spreaker and Rumble.
Okay. All right. So you and I will talk off the air, man, about how we can make that there happen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And whatnot. And then, you know, as brother was saying, you know, the other day, man, that Blog Talk is on its way down the toilet, you know. And I got some type of a financial dispute with them that's going on, is because I don't know what they got going on. But you know, like when you pay on your credit card or what have you, you know, and I put it down there to downgrade, you know, the show to the silver plan. and they're still hitting me on the gold plan. So I got to go, to my financial institution, and it's going to be a headache. So, I'm preparing myself on that,
Yeah.
And then also, too, folks, if you're still in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s, definitely keep yourself in shape as much as you can. Why you can is because, I'm past the 60 plus mark, and I got some ailments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's just part of the aging process, you know what I'm saying? And what have you. So, what time that I have left, I'm doing my best, to relay to the generations after me of our people's history as I've lived through it. It is controversial. Social media is definitely to ban us, and the only thing they want is a bunch of Joshuas going around, and you know what I mean about Joshua, Brother Pay.
Yep. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking about. One today.
yeah, that video was disgusting, and I
I seen
appreciate the
one today. It
sister.
was like looked like
Yeah,
little
it's
Nas
disgusting.
X. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was really horrible. Here's a grown ass man with a full beard talking about that he is a woman.
Um.
But they have their human rights and they have their civil rights, okay? But at the same token, no grown ass head, gonna sit up there and tell me he's a woman. No, get it? He's a woman, but he has his human rights and he has his civil rights, you see. And they do not recognize Black people having human rights, and they do not recognize Black people, and they're trying to erode the civil rights. So, this business about this illusion of inclusion, we just have to look at it closely, but we got to build up some infrastructures. We got to become educated, and I do know the word is educated, in microeconomics and macroeconomics, and build up some industries, take that entrepreneurial spirit, but my recommendation is do it while you're young. Okay. Do it while you're young.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Freezing up on me. All right.
No, okay. Well, man, that's part of the get down that they got against us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
this is the year and a decade of tangibles. We're demanding something tangible for our vote. So any politician that is seeking our vote at the local, state, and federal level demand something tangible for your vote. So back in 2020, our good brother Tariq Nasheed came out with the hashtag Tangibles2020. And in it, he was detailing everything that foundational Black Americans, that's what the flag is in the background, we're going to demand from the system. The two-party duopoly, the Democrats and the reptilians. So
Right.
at that time, that was the presidential election in 2020. So the only thing that's
Mm-hmm.
changed is the year. So instead of 2020, I'm going to say 2024, but everything else remains the same. So
Yes, sir.
2024 presidential elections are coming up. And foundational Black Americans, the people that built this country, the people that are owed a blood debt of starting at $100 trillion, are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system. This malign
Right.
neglect policy mandates that Black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms, lumping
Right.
foundational Black Americans into groups with minorities, immigrants, people of color, BIPOC, whatever crap, etc., has only hindered the progress of Black Americans as a group while providing tangible benefits for other groups. In this election cycle, meaning the 2024 election cycle, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote. Foundational Black Americans want tangible benefits specifically for us. We do not want trickle
Exactly.
down secondary benefits that are provided for every group Every group has not been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational Black Americans. So we refuse to be lumped in with groups often assisting the exploitation and
Right.
disenfranchisement of Black Americans. So politicians must offer tangibles, specifically the foundation of Black Americans, or we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread this message far and wide on social media using the hashtag Tangibles2020. And since it's 2023, it's Tangibles 2023. And next year, which is in a couple of months, it will be Tangibles 2024. All the way up to 2100, Black family, continue to demand something tangible for your vote. We got the
Absolutely.
those that don't know what they're going to do. So now they're trying to replace the Black vote with the illegal migrant vote.
Exactly. And then also too,
Great citizens. So continue to demand something tangible for your vote, Black family. We're not letting up. This is just the beginning. So any politician that's seeking your vote at the local, state, and federal level, they could be Black or white, polka dot, pink stripe. We don't give a damn. If they're not producing tangibles, if they're not offering tangibles, specifically the foundation of Black Americans, do not vote for them. All right, go ahead,
Yeah. Yes, sir. And then also too, on a special note, like I said, with the solar return of Fannie Lou Hammer, definitely
we're
remember her.
sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yes.
Yes, sir. And that's
MRS, which is symbolism, and your symbolic.
Yes, sir.
We want something tangible, i.e. a check, i.e. $100 trillion for past, present, and future atrocities that have been brought against our people and continue to be brought against our people in 2023. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. And then also too, I'm gonna crumb bomb on the
focus on the tangibles, because we got a lot of topics to get to tonight.
Yes, sir. Okay, so therefore, and on the tangibles as well, too, we need to control the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, risk management, which is entrepreneurship, with the focus, being on ourselves first, is because all these other groups place themselves first. And then also, too, development, of course, we do know what happened over in the Middle East today, was going on. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, they back at it. They're over there rumbling. You know what I mean? And and we'll set.
Like they just declared war.
Yeah. Again, and then the cold part of, and then keep in mind as
50 years.
Yes, sir. And then of course too, as we do know, yesterday marked the anniversary of the assassination of Anwar Sadat. And that there was in 1981, so that there would have been 42 years ago today. Yeah, I was younger than you way back then, Brother Che.
Yep.
Remember the day very, very well. And then also, too, is that when it comes to tangible, see, this is something solid. This is something that you can see, something that you can taste, something that you can feel. Okay, and intangible is just
something tangible. Put something in your hand. What?
Exactly. Man? Yeah, most definitely. It's
Lady Checc, stop being dysfunctional. It's not a good look. Stop. Lady Checc wants to now join in the conversation. What are your thoughts on tangible, Lady Checc? They can't hear you with the mask on.
First of all, it's not just let Shabbat talk. Start interrupting every 5 seconds. This shit is rude. My thoughts on tangibles is same thing as everybody else. So you can feel, touch. None of these politicians have offered anything tangible just yet. We still got a few months before the election. I suggest that everybody go on vacation and not get to offer us reparations and not even talking in that direction. So.
Boy Cornell put it on his platform, a commission.
Stop interrupting. So just say, please let everybody talk.
Randy, I'm letting everybody talk. Lady Checc.
Stop interrupting. So
we got a lot of topics to get to.
Stop interrupting. Jesus.
Lady Chase, stop here.
You know, because like sometimes
Lady Chase, stop.
you stop. So, like I said, like I said, you want to vote for tangibles. If you're not going to vote in your presidential election, at least vote in your local election. Because the local elections are very fucking important, especially where we are right now with the immigration crisis in our sanctuary cities. Anybody who got sanctuary cities knows how important these local elections are. That's all I have to say. Carry on.
All right. Well, thank you for those words. The tangibles. Okay, Shabaka, did you have anything else to say about tangibles?
Oh, yes, sir. And even more so, man, is because the way how this world is going, and then also, too, of how everybody's coming to us, wanting us, to deal with their cause and put their cause before our cause, you see, and that's not intelligent. You see what I mean? And this is why, like, when we come across the idiots like Pianki and what have you, we just have to simply turn our back on them. And that's it. Okay, and keep moving forward is because, as you know, and I'm only going to spend 10 seconds on Pianki. I reached out to him. It didn't work. I called up other platforms. He was on there. He says derogatory stuff to me. So I just went on and told him 2 words. One starts with the letter F and the other one starts with the letter Y. Connect the dots. And, and at my age, man, I'm no longer going to be dealing with ignorance. I will no longer be dealing with willful ignorance. I will no longer be dealing with a bunch of stupidity. That's another tangible asset that we need right there. Some proper education, for our youth. Governor, the panties, and yeah, Governor, I'm saying that you wear women's underwear of Florida. You need to resign, cat. You know what I mean? Is because with all you proud boys out here, man, with idiots like you, the panties, what's going to wind up happening?
Something happened to Bad Salami today.
What happened to Rami Salami?
So I guess he was in Iowa, because, they starting to caucus out there. And somebody rammed into his campaign vehicle. On his campaign.
Great news. Great news. Great news.
It was a white person too. Because he always talking about it. He's always talking that stupid ass Tim Scott shit. America is not a racist country. Well, you see it is.
Yeah. Well, he just got slammed in the face with it. Get it? You know what I'm saying? And let me see if we could pull that story up here on Rami Salami. Okay. And let's see here. And what's that fool's name, man? Rama. Okay, Rama Salami. Yeah, okay, Rama. Okay. Well, he's not coming up in the search bar, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably haven't thought about it yet, but
yeah.
Then I said earlier about it. But anyway, is that it for the tangibles, Sabaka?
No, sir. The next couple of sentences on that there, and we got to have tangibles, ladies and gentlemen, and particularly off in the high-tech industry, because it is the economy of the future. As much as I dread it, so I would imagine 100 years ago how everybody had felt about the talkie movies versus the silent movies, So, we need to have our people, get educated up on that, put ourselves into some type of positions of control and power so we could develop an economy for ourselves. You see what I mean? And then on top of that, I think a couple of Ken and Karens got smashed, stepping to the wrong people and what have you. And what's happening is, too, we want to give a shout out there to New Era Detroit. It's because, one of our contributors, as you're familiar with, Sister Trish of Trisha's Lounge, New Era Detroit, they're expanding, they're doing positive things and what have you. And also, too, in Chicago, I hope New Era Chicago regroups and, the counterman, the black girl getting attacked in the city of Chicago, and Chicago is one of our strongholds, you see. And then Governor Bud of Texas, you know, when the illegals come on into the Lone Star State, he puts them on buses and sends them directly to Kamala Harris's vice presidential residence. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. But however, people, that has nothing to do with us. You see what I mean? And then, of course, too, you know, football player Dick Buckus cashed in his chips. You know what I'm saying? He was 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? And then here's a humor story right here, if I may bring it up, Brother Che. It's about the cats, you know, one of the big cats, since it's their 57th anniversary, you know, and they're trying to say that the panther, you know, was a cross between a puma and a leopard, and a puma is a jaguar, you know what I'm saying? And so he's related to the jaguar and the leopard. And then, of course, if you look at his coat real closely, you know, you will see, you know, his colors and what have you, and thought that there'd be nice human interest, you know what I'm saying, of you know, of the 57th anniversary, you know, of the crew, you know, as I refer to him as, you know. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced was inspired by the 50th anniversary of the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. So that means that Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced is 7 years old, you know.
Yeah, as of today. Happy birthday,
yep.
Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you so very, very much. Okay, we got a text here, Change Our World, Miller 2. Be encouraged by all means, please follow Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced and go to our like page on Facebook. You could also follow Shabaka EXP on the Stinky Bird, you know what I'm saying? I call him Stinky Bird, you know, and what have you. And we got Mella the Second. Okay, greetings to you as well, too. And you're watching the Front Line Blacc News in conjunction with the Arena Uncensored and several other platforms. Let's keep it expanding, ladies and gentlemen. And then also, too, on another tangible, you know, is that them people who come to you with these Cash App scams, delete and block them. Okay, it's because, you know, these is infiltrators, you know what I mean? You know, known too many people, you know, who've got hurt by that stuff right there, you know. And each time that I opened up one or responded to one, it was a bunch of bullshit about sending them $150 and all that. And when I says, well, when do you pay me? Oh, well, we don't know. And all this, just send me $150, man. Yeah, come on, man. You know, somebody's out there bumping your head with this bullshit. And bumping your head means there's a term, you know, out of the 70s and 80s, meaning that somebody's trying to deceive you. Yeah. And then, too, also, is that going with the old gruesome Newsome right here, you know, out of California. Okay. And let's see what the gruesome Newsome is talking about.
Hold on, Shabaka. Before that, I had a short video I wanted to play.
Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead.
It's basically Black excellence.
Oh, okay.
This happened in Dallas, and there was a big convention, and you'll see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude needs to lose the pink suit. Other than that, man, everybody's sharp. Oh yeah, looking good, gentlemen. Looking good, looking good. Those skinny jeans, beautiful, perfect. Nice cut on these tailor-made suits. You know what I'm saying? That's the way black men supposed to be looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it. Yes, sir. That's exactly how black men are supposed to be looking. Okay. And this brother right here, I'm thinking I'm familiar.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? We're here.
Yeah, that's CD Hip Hop. We've played several of his clips over the past year or so.
Okay. Okay, I've checked him out a couple of times.
So we're gonna get to Kamala Harris's girl. So Professor Black Truth did an awesome piece on her. So we're gonna play that.
Okay, yeah, let's up with the professor.
So
let him drop knowledge.
For those that don't know, California Governor Gavin Newsome appoints Laphonza.
No, sir, it's pronounced
Butler,
right.
for deceased Senator Dianne Feinstein seat. Will she do anything to help Black Californians, or is
not in the least
more symbolism? Just another example of symbolism on part of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, it's just a part of symbolism, brother.
Family
Checc.
and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth. I don't know if you've heard, but history has been made in California. They have a black female senator now. I know what you're thinking, but didn't they have an Asian woman who occasionally claimed to be a black senator just a few years ago? Yes, my friends, Kamala Harris was a senator from California just 3 years ago, but history has been made again, because this black female senator is a lesbian.
Oh, Lord.
Since this is history and all, I have to wonder when they're going to have a holiday named in this new senator's honor. After all, it is history. About this new senator, Laphonza Butler, she was appointed by Governor Gavin Newsome to fill out the remainder of the now deceased Dianne Feinstein's term. Now, how did they choose her? Not exactly sure, but you know that this is the California political machine we're talking about here. So whatever the process was, it wasn't an honest one.
The governor
Democrats, of course, are going overboard, trying to make a big deal about this woman as if they love her so much. And the truth of the matter is, 99% of them didn't even know who the hell she was before yesterday. Obviously, Gavin Newsome, he wants to at least make it clear that he would like to be considered for a presidential nomination. And that being the case, he understands that just like Biden and the rest of the Democratic Party, they're going to need black votes. And since black men have broken bad on them, they're desperately trying to see if there's any more mileage left in the black female vote that they thought that they had under their thumb. See, that's the reason why Biden made Kamala Harris his vice president. He thought that would lock up the black female vote. That's why Biden made a black woman the ambassador to the UN. That's why Ketanji Brown's on the Supreme Court. And that's why he made Karine Stank-Pierre his press secretary. Now, this Butler woman is LGBT. That's why Gavin Newsome felt that she was an excellent choice. She's a black woman, but she primarily identifies as LGBT, so they don't have to worry so much about her doing anything like, say, advocating for black people. Same way Raphael Warnock hasn't been stomping for us either. He's been a senator, and he preached at Dr. King's church, and he ain't barely said a peep about black folks. He's nothing like Dr. King at all. That's why the Democrats gave him millions and millions of dollars to run for office. Another thing about this Butler woman, she used to be an advisor to Kamala Harris for her failed 2020 election campaign, so that shows how great her political acumen is. I wonder if she was the one who told Kamala to do that super cringy video where she pretended to dance to Cardi B. See, it's like Dr. Claude Anderson said, most of these bootlicking Negroes you see are trying to get some kind of consulting gig. That's what most of them do. Right. Every time you look up, you see Roly-Poly Martin wiping butter biscuit crumbs from his mouth and saying, y'all Democrats need to make me a consultant for y'all. Y'all need someone who knows how to talk to these black voters. He's been auditioning for a consulting job from the DNC for years now, and he's not alone. This is the bootlick hustle, to be an alleged consultant. But that's not all. Before Governor Newsome plucked this Butler woman from obscurity, she had been working for a group called Emily's List. They're a political action committee whose mission is to elect Democratic female candidates who are in favor of abortion. That's their big stipulation. You can't just be a Democrat or just a Democrat female. That ain't enough. You have to be a Democrat female who's in favor of abortion. Now, I want you to think about all the problems and challenges and issues the Black community faces. Of all the things on your mental list, is even one of them that we're not having enough abortions? Of course not. This woman is LGBT, so pregnancy isn't really much of a concern for her, and yet she's working for a group who concerns itself with abortion. And they want to specifically get women into elected office. Not even Black women, just women, period. Now, this is, of course, more low-key gender warring crap. Democrats see Black men as a constituency are Breaking Bad, and at this point, their last-ditch effort is to try to see if they can flood the zone with reliable Black female operatives in the hope that this will get all of those Black female voters' hearts to go pitter-pat. Spoiler, it hasn't. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to see if they can selectively float money to groups if they're promoting women, and maybe some Black women will get something out of it too. And then we'll have people like Michelle Obama saying that Black women are getting elected to political offices at higher rates, far more than Black men. And see, that proves that Black women are better and smarter and harder working. But in reality, the only thing it actually proves is that the Democratic National Committee is putting an emphasis on recruiting and funding Black female candidates. That's how these things happen, by the way. It wasn't just a matter of 2 election cycles ago, Black women were not running for anything, and now all of a sudden, overnight, here they are. You got to follow the money, folks. And they ain't giving money to these Black women because they like them. They're giving money to them because they think that these Black women might be useful, at least as far as their image value goes. The value of hopefully Black women seeing all of these bought and paid for operatives for the DNC who are concerned about abortions and concerned about immigration and concerned about gun control, but don't give a damn about Black people's tangibles. They're hoping that that's going to be their golden ticket. This Butler woman has no real connections to us, not in any meaningful way, and she has not and is not promising to do anything for us. Though she is dedicated to white feminists, Gavin Newsome, when he was talking about why it was that he decided to put her in the Senate, he was talking all about what she's done for women and girls. Yeah, he dang sure ain't talking about no reparations or for the Black community. This is white power giving itself a gift and then lying and claiming that they bought it for us. She's just another tool of white supremacy. That's why Kamala Harris wanted to swear her in, like with like, I always say. By the way, has anyone seen Kamala Harris's zaddy lately? Douglas Emhoff? Anybody seen him lately? Or at all? All these Negroes in Congress are on the take, and seniority is a big part of maintaining the scam. A young corrupt crook becomes an old corrupt crook. And by the time they're old, they've been serving white power for so long, and they are so hopelessly dependent on it, it's impossible for them to do anything else, which is exactly what white power wants. Though there is something that needs to be said about having all these old fools running things and why it's catastrophic for a society, especially one that's fast changing like this one in the modern world. The U.S. is like a necrocracy. The nation is
okay, we're kind of jammed right here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, having some technical difficulties.
Is ruled by a bunch of decrepit old folks from cancer. This man was in a hospice. This man's life was ebbing away from him. Everybody could see it. Everybody's saying he's going to be.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're having some technical difficulties once again in the studio. Brother Checc will be back with us momentarily. Please leave us some comments. In the chat room, definitely leave us some comments, on our Black page, Front Line Blacc News and what have you. Definitely check the hashtags.
Sorry, Shabaka, we got disconnected out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell that was.
Okay. Well, as you know, Brother Checc, this is just part of the plot, man, to sabotage our message. You go through it, I go through it, Kevin Barnes goes through it. Jay Dizzle goes through it, you know. Yeah. Yes.
Because on my computer, you're either using one or the other, right? Mm-hmm. And I think we're using Google. I'm using Chrome, but Jesse has his own little side account, and his is on DuckDuckGo.
Okay.
So, just because the way when he was running for campaign or whatever, seemed to be the most secure, I believe.
Yep.
And so he's on DuckDuckGo, but DuckDuckGo always kicks him out. And so you can't put him on the Chrome because it only allows me to, for some reason, it only allows me to have that one platform. It allows him, but it's just weird. It's just weird. It always kicks us out over here. So.
Okay, what it is, Lady Chase, because you might have saw on my wall a few days ago that I'm doing an experiment about sharing episodes at Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Okay, what it is, as you have stated on the revolutionary agenda, as we've stated here on Front Line Blacc News, as we have stated it on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, they're shadow banning us because they don't like the truth. Now, if we had somebody up here wearing pink panties and a beard and hopping up and down, with high heels on and all that old type of bullshit, you see what I'm saying? Then they're going to say that we okay. But all of us, and the new black media, we're against that bullshit. Because it's degrading our people. Now, keep in mind, these individuals who practice this with their confused selves, like Joshua, you have your human rights, you have your civil rights, but there's nowhere in hell you got a right for any dog-faced joke.
I seen one of those today.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Real quick. I gotta make a real quick announcement, and then I'm gonna go back to being quiet. And
yes, Lady Che, our other host, has announcements to make. Go ahead, Lady Che.
I just said it. You don't have to repeat it. You're right here. Jesse gotta be the star. Okay. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. The RVA. Sorry, family. If you don't notice, if you can't see right now, I am super fucking sick, super swollen, and I don't feel like myself right now because my face, everything hurts, and I just my heart is in ugly condition right now. So I haven't done an RVA in like three almost months. Tomorrow will be the first day that I do it. I'm gonna do it between the watching Jesse at the food bank and the Bronco game. Now, real quick, the RVA is going to be done in 3 segments. The first one is going to be a topic that me and Chewbacca love talking about, and that's going to be our bet, where I have pulled up, I have a little queue of maybe 3 things we're going to go over speaking on Black trans issues and how it affects Black men, Black women, specifically.
Right.
And I don't care about you white people and your fucking issues. So this is specifically for the education of our people, which are Black Americans. Okay, everybody else, hold your own nuts. So this is just for us, and that way we can have an understanding, and we can point out to y'all who are Black after the fact, but who are Black. To see that what you're talking about is absolute fucking absurdity.
Yeah, like this broad that we're talking about right now.
Now the other, that's part 1. So that'll be part 1. Then the next segment will take a break. The next segment will be strictly on the issues that are going on in Denver, in Colorado, which is the homelessness and the shootings.
Continue.
The school shootings, the things that are happening with the school. With the Denver public schools and Aurora public schools, and just a lot of issues surrounding the police and politics in our city, which is the city that Denver, which Jesse lives in, but and some in Aurora. And I'm going to give you a little insight, or I like to call it inside baseball. That'll be part 2, strictly that. Then on part 3, I'm going to focus on our Black issues that are going on with our foundationals here in the United States that I feel like we need to be focused on. and we need to be at least a little bit more cognizant of, and that's part 3. So it'll be done in 3 segments, and the reason I say that is because I don't know if I have the heart capacity to carry it all out in one stretch. So I want to let you guys know that you must tune in tomorrow afternoon. Be looking for the tags, because I don't know how to do it, but Jesse does. Be looking for the sharing on all our boards and spaces. I don't know how to stream on the arenas platform, but once I figure it out, it'll get over there. Yeah, something like that. So we'll figure it out. But I've already scheduled my shows. I just haven't scheduled the time. So Shabaka, I'll send you a link because you got to join in, because it's our bet. We are okay in the kitty, So
okay.
Yeah, we got 200 in the
kitty.
Between
Food Bank and
the Bronco
game. So that's rough.
No, well, we could do it during the Bronco game.
No,
man, we
ain't
doing no watch party. Oh.
Yeah, we can't do watch party.
Yeah, man. Okay, so wait a minute.
We're talk about transsexuals during Jesse's Bronco game.
No.
He'll get mad and start throwing shit, and then he really won't come over and help me when I need help.
Okay, wait a minute. So you guys on the morning game or in the evening game?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he's not affiliated. Even though I'm kind of with him because he didn't want to take me home this weekend.
I didn't want to take her home. That's a goddamn lie.
You didn't want to take me home this
I told her
weekend.
she could leave with me this morning. She don't feel good. Okay.
Okay, but who's the Pony Express playing tomorrow?
So, who are the Gators playing tomorrow?
Man, you talking about the Pirates, man.
I'm talking about the homeless pirates.
You just stop, man.
Okay, fine. Sir. You can insult us with that. Just as long as that you do not associate us with Boys Town.
They're pirates.
Do not associate us with Boys Town.
Okay. Y'all close enough. Y'all closer to them than us.
It can happen anywhere at any time. You don't know. It doesn't have to happen in the water.
On the desert, guys, no.
Yeah, there's lots of desert raids. That's where a lot of treasures hit.
Those are raids, because those aren't pirates per se.
Treasure is often hidden in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's right. You see, so like we're
outside the box.
So he done found treasure in the Grand Canyon.
Hey, if that's where the marauding has to take place, that's where the marauding has to take place. Outside the box.
And then also too, glad you brought that up there about the trip.
Rocket, they turned it into a pumpkin.
Wait a minute. What now? What happened?
The spear on the strip, they turned it into a pumpkin.
Oh no, man.
Let's get this 100. Everybody pray for my little pumpkin to be ready by Halloween.
Yeah, pray does not.
Okay, you talking about at the sphere?
No, in the garden. Jesse's growing me a pumpkin, which is probably the best idea I've had all year.
Oh yeah.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, it needs to be planted much earlier.
And then to find out that pumpkins are nutritional too.
Yeah. See?
Well, it's pumpkins and melons that's growing. They're taking over the whole rest of the plot. They're taking over at least a third or half of the plot.
He gonna be the best.
You're not using GMO seeds, are you?
No, I'm using Denver urban.
Thank God.
Seeds, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this is matter. This pumpkin gonna be the best jack-o'-lantern ever.
Oh, okay. Light it up.
Where'd you get them seeds from?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're having technical difficulties once again. Okay. Okay, you back in, Brother Checc?
In early in the morning.
Oh, and by the way, you guys are gonna start getting cold up there too.
I don't want to do like Rob. Like, this is ridiculous. He's
Black Revelation.
a replacement be appointed to his seat. See, that's the way that these politicians look at the political offices that they hold. These offices don't belong to the people, it belongs to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're having some technical difficulties
the rest of them. And
with our Denver office. Okay, we're getting some feedback right there. Okay.
The result, these guys hold on to office until the day they die. So the government is literally in the hands of the dead. And these corporations like it that way. The rich and powerful like it exactly like this. They spend a lot of money and spend a lot of time setting up to be just like this. A system that cannot possibly respond to the needs of the people because you literally have the dead, the dying, and the dumb running things. The only thing Nancy Pelosi ever knew how to do was to ask for political donations. Even if you're one of these DNC shill plant trolls who lurk around places like this, you still have to admit, taking Black people's tangibles out of the equation, you still have to admit there's a ton of problems facing the country, from the cost of living to regulations to the effect of technology, but the folks
they're gonna get paid regardless.
I apologize, Black Valley.
paymasters like
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, okay, we're having a glitch in our system right here. It's because they can't stand the truth. You know what I mean? Okay, so therefore we're taking note on that. And also to Blog Talk Radio, yeah, I'm just gonna say this here to you, is that you prevent people from using certain phone numbers on your platform. Also, too, you shadow ban certain people on your platform. I'm one of them at Shabak's Black Experience Enhanced, but I noticed Blog Talk that you sure do perpetuate a lot of white supremacy on your platform. So I'm just getting it up out there.
Sorry, viewers, we apologize for the technical difficulties we're having tonight. The
Oh
show
yeah.
On.
Oh yeah.
Like
so I was just
Professor Blacc shoot, and then we're gonna have a discussion on that, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the stock market. I'm talking about when you have rings of grifters, criminal rings actually, who will buy a ton of highly sought after consumer items. Things like name brand tennis shoes, electronics, computer opponents, concert tickets, things that people have highly in demand that they want and want right now. And these people buy them from websites like Walmart and Best Buy and Target. They buy them by the thousands using bots and other computerized software to do these transactions. And then these criminal rings will resell those items online at hugely inflated prices, usually through eBay or Amazon. Now, these people are not brick and mortar operations, and what they're doing is surely breaking laws, and it's been going on for a long time. But the politicians aren't even talking about it, much less passing any laws to combat it. And why is that? Because when these crime rings buy up all this merchandise, where do they sell it? eBay and Amazon. And both eBay and Amazon operate out of Nancy Pelosi's district. But she's never said a word about this, and she's not going to. She's 83 years old, and she says she's going to run for re-election next year. For those of you who don't know, she only stepped down as minority leader. She didn't resign from Congress. She's still there. While we're on the subject of criminals using these online websites in order to sell their ill-gotten gains, you've probably heard a lot about these smash and grab robberies, especially out in California. Hordes of thieves will bums rush a department store and steal name brand merchandise like expensive handbags and other things. And that stolen merchandise will pop up a few days later on auction sites like eBay and others. Graphics processors for computers is another popular item for these criminal rings. The crypto bros like to buy them in bulk so that they can make their own homemade supercomputers and do crypto mining. Now, the companies who make these components know all about this. AMD, NVIDIA. In fact, they've recently started making certain graphics cards that basically are made so that they're easier to use for crypto mining. Crypto mining uses tons of electricity and it's hideously wasteful. But these corporations don't care. Not AMD, not Intel, not eBay, not Amazon, not Best Buy, not Walmart, not any of them. Why? Because they're all making money off of this practice. People have told Amazon and eBay all about this, but none of those websites do anything about it because they already know this type of criminality is big business. And it adds to eBay and Amazon and Walmart and Best Buy's bottom lines. Long as these crime rings are out there buying merchandise in bulk, that means that the sales for these items will be artificially higher for a longer duration of time. So everybody from the manufacturers of these components to the online retailers who sell them have every incentive to continue this practice, as destructive and damning as it is economically, environmentally, and every other way. To these companies, these crime rings are a benefit, and they don't want it stopped. See, when scalpers were using bots to buy concert tickets in bulk back in the day, that's when it started. They would resell them for a fortune. The politicians didn't care because they don't go to concerts. And even if they did, they would get VIP treatment. So concert tickets are something for the rabble. That's for the plebes. I'm sure that more than a few of you worry about whether you'll ever own a house or if you can afford rent, because the costs for both are rising exponentially. Well, you know who's not worrying? Your politicians, because many of them are involved in the real estate market. Many of them have direct ties to these real estate organizations. They make money off of this. At least their family and friends do. They've got connections to companies like BlackRock, who are literally buying up entire neighborhoods and then declaring that all of these houses that they bought will not be for sale. They'll only be for rent. And the real estate developers who want housing prices to stay high, that's because those houses are their investment. And if more houses get built, then their investment will lose its value. For them, it's all about making sure that they maintain this artificial status quo. At this point, no thinking person actually believes these codgers in elected office know about this or even care. Old people have a big problem. They won't fight for anything. They simply want to coast until they slip into the grave. These old fossils are the perfect useful idiots for established power. They know nothing about technology and they don't care about the way these companies charge people because airlines let them fly first class. Because the airlines make sure they do no matter who has reserved the seat. And it goes across the board for these guys. It's all of their little perks, and that's all they live for. It is deadly to a society to have a bunch of decrepit mummies running things. They're not the best and brightest. They're the dead and the dying. Right. And in other news on Capitol Hill, the speaker got silenced. Welcome to the circus. Oh, when performative extremism goes wrong. Kevin McCarthy, the now former Speaker of the House, he went through that humiliating 15 votes just so he could get the gavel. And part of the deal that he made was that he would allow the creeps in the Freedom Caucus to have veto power over everything that he did, as if they weren't going to use it. He's found out the hard way that catering to the crazies doesn't make them less crazy. It only emboldens them. Kevin McCarthy has learned now that there's no way that he's going to be able to shame them into civilized behavior. You can't out-crazy the crazies, especially not when you're giving them everything they want. And as for us, this is an internal competition that goes on among the various factions of white power. The elites of white supremacy like to make it where its operatives have to compete to win their favor. This is how they confirm who's truly dedicated to doing their bidding. As the Democrats see it, the performative extremism of the MAGA caucus has turned the Republicans in Congress dysfunctional. And for the Democrats, this is about making sure the Republicans are forced to put that dysfunction on full display. This is the usual palace intrigue and jockeying for position that the tools always do. It's a high-stakes game for them. But keep in mind, no matter what the Democrats and Republicans may say about each other, that's not who they're competing against. Kevin McCarthy still has his congressional seat, and even if he was voted out of Congress, all these fools go and get cushy corporate jobs when they leave Congress anyway. That's what happens. Right. And both parties do this. That's because both parties are on the exact same team. And their opponent isn't the other political party. It's black people, because we constitute the only threat to their meal ticket. You got new bootlicks coming in, and none of the old ones are leaving. No matter how much the white media tries to get you to emotionally invest in the spitball fight going on Capitol Hill, just remember one thing. Those creeps in Washington are just playing the political equivalent of musical chairs. But we are the ones who always get stuck without a place to sit when the music stops. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors. Eugene Moore, Burkett Cochrane, Nancy, G. Mars, and Ronald Waits. Salute to them, and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
That's right. He's damn right about
From
that.
the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American.
I think it smells pretty good.
How do you know?
From what I keep hearing.
Well, once again, folks,
it's not aluminum. It's not aluminum that you're putting down under your armpits, which is the source to your pores in your body. You're putting organic recipes. Okay. So, I got another video I was going to play, or two more videos, actually.
all right.
Shorter one, because we're kind of pressed for time.
Okay.
This is so rare. We're actually on a time schedule.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the woman that will be taking over Dianne Feinstein's seat. And she has been appointed by Gavin Newsome. Her name is Laphonza Butler. And she's from the Alphabet Academy.
I got some Butlers in my family.
And, you know, she's a Democrat.
FBA credit.
So let's get into this. So California Governor Gavin Newsome will appoint Laphonza Butler, president of Emily's List, to fill the late Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein's seat. His office confirmed Sunday evening. Now, I saw the news headlines. Nancy Pelosi flew Dianne Feinstein's body back to California. So I'm thinking she probably died in D.C.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know, so anyway, Butler will become the sole first Black female senator serving in Congress and only the third in U.S. history. Feinstein, the longest serving female U.S. senator in history, died last week at the age of 90. The selection of Butler, first reported by Politico, becomes as, you know, look, you got her coming in, but they may be getting rid of New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez with all the controversy that's going on.
Oh, yeah, that crook.
So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a big deal. I really, you know, with him and all that corruption going on.
Well, he's another piece of shit.
I wish I could say this was impressive. It really isn't. You know,
Right.
we know what Black politicians are like in this country. They're generally coons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what gender they are. They usually don't walk with the community. They walk contrary to
Oops.
us on everything.
Fair
And in
use.
order for them to keep a job, they just get in these positions and they just avoid us altogether. That's how they all function in this country. We see it, we have seen it for decades in the Congressional Black Caucus. These people don't do anything for us. All of these politicians are like that. So just because he hand appoints a Black woman to take over Dianne Feinstein's seat, it's a Black woman that's not going to do a thing for us.
Nothing.
We have to be real about
There's
this.
more symbolism.
And even if she went in there with the mindset of having her communities back, one Black woman cannot change the whole dynamic of white supremacy in politics.
Right.
It just
Yeah,
can't
right,
be done.
straight to the Bible.
So, it just goes over her background of her political career out there in California. So she's been the president of Emily's List, which works to elect Democratic women who support
Yes, like this.
A rights since the group's board of directors appointed her in 2021 when she became the first woman of color to lead the organization. She previously worked for Airbnb as a director of public policy and campaigns and advised Vice President Kamala Harris. And yes, there's pictures of her and Kamala together in 2020 when Kamala was running for president. But much of her background is in the labor movement, serving as a union president in California. So, she's had several high profile positions, and, there's even throwback pictures of her with Gavin Newsome. So this is who he selected. I know some people thought it would be Barbara Lee, who's already in Congress, but no, he did not appoint her. So this is it.
Us telling people,
I don't think this is going to be a big bounce for California at all, but you got to look at the overall political climate in this country. Just tell me what you think.
What I think, okay, is that
comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
It's not live on the air.
Family.
Okay.
Like nonstop live shit. We got news. We got like 2 podcasts going.
Yeah,
And they have me telling them stuff.
overdose of Black empowerment. Okay. So, what are your thoughts, Sabaka, since you're a West Coast correspondent?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. As Lisa Cabrera was saying, is that when she worked off in the unions, man, that told me everything right there with California politics. Design and fail to take away from the Black community's quote unquote accomplishments in California. And I will bet you dollars to donuts is that this chick is going to be one of the biggest opponents to reparations, not only in California, but at the U.S. Level as well, too. She's going to come with an all-inclusive agenda. What she is also going to do is going to try to derail the reparations movement in California, then of course push the alphabetized agenda. Okay, now the thing is this, as we have stated many times, and we keep harping this, they have their right to their human rights, they have their right to their civil rights, but they do not have the right to keep constantly putting this bullshit up in our faces every day. And particularly, they do not have a right to try to shatter the Black family unit.
Yes, sir. We need to restore that at all costs.
No, absolutely. Okay. Okay, so I see. So I see that the one amongst in our algorithms, yeah, that too.
To the highest degree, huh?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. And it's about destroying the Black family unit or destroying the Black nuclear family and what have you. And then, of course, with these other groups not seeing that we don't have any cohesiveness, and as Too Raw for TV had stated on their platform a few nights ago, is that in Chicago, the police department are hiring, now get this, illegal immigrants to be police officers.
Yeah, that was coming. That was coming. This is the new.
We've been saying that.
Yeah, and
white
then of course,
supremacy is gonna be in brown.
exactly, and then the Black girl who was attacked by these migrants.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that, Shabaka. Yes.
Yeah, because you see,
Is that it for lap liquor, Butler?
yeah, that's it. Program designed to fail for us in California. Once again.
So it's all right. Bad wenching coonstress.
Lap licking, yeah.
Yeah.
Lap licking.
Straight carpet munching.
Nasty. That's nasty.
Well, let her get down.
Yeah, but once again, she has a right to human rights and she has a right to her civil rights. But at the same token, we have a right, the taxpayers in any of the states, they have a right to have their interests represented before that of the politician. But as Lisa Cabrera said, and as the professor right there said, is that Blackistan Radio has said, as Front Line Blacc News has said, this is why we got to have something tangible. And then on top of it as well, too, not only have something tangible, but what can we do to upgrade and build up a momentum for our economical sovereignty? Well, that's what we have, and is economical sovereignty.
Yeah, it was full when I left. It was not full, guys. But okay, so it wasn't even that.
Don't lie. Stop lying.
I'm not. I told you something leaked out.
A lot is listening.
Remember the lid wouldn't stay on? Okay, lap lid.
That shit is horrible.
So she's just more symbolism, Shabaka, basically.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And once again, to quote the professor even more, so this here derails from our interest as a people being taken care of.
I'm not gonna play it, but Bill Maher really loves Ron DeSantis.
Well, Bill Maher, that fool that comes on TV,
Yeah.
goofy looking dude, another gut bucket. And then gut bucket, which is gut filled, so I'm gonna start calling him gut bucket.
Oh my God, he's so fantastic. I hate that dude.
Yeah, I can't stand him either.
Yeah, that's why I call him gut bucket. And then something happened to his house Negro over there too, Tyrus, and they're gonna go to him. Yeah, something happened to Tyrus there with gut bucket. And then in Hollywood, and it's bullshit, they give these clowns chump change and put them up there in front of the TV.
From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural, foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend, enriched with this legendary root, offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Out here in California, Gavin Newsome, they just appointed this new woman as like senator or something like that. She's going to take Dianne Feinstein's seat. Dianne Feinstein was a senator here in California, and she died because she was a gazillion years old. So she died. So now they got a quote-unquote Black woman to fill this seat. And you know, I told y'all about California. California is a mess out here. Politically,
I've been on that for the last 60 years.
And if they elevate any Black person out here to any kind of position, you're going to be a stud or a bedwench. Stud, bedwench. Facts. It's going to be one of those three without any exception. A stud, a bedwench, or a tether.
Yep.
They're going to make sure that there's some kind of slash. I mean, Black/lesbian, Black/immigrant.
You got to do a lot.
Black/swirler. There's going to be some kind of slash nigga
Facts.
to be in that position so that they can use your slash to undermine the Blackness.
Always.
So they got this woman that they are appointing, an openly Black lesbian named Laphonza Butler. And from what I understand, where my California people, I heard she don't even live in California.
Right.
I heard
she's
this
in
Laphonza
Maryland.
woman lives in Baltimore somewhere. I heard she doesn't even live here, which is weird if I'm not mistaken. So this Laphonza woman is married to some other woman, and you know what it is. So you know what's going to happen
right there on that is that they're going to give her a legal residence out in California before she's sworn in.
To funnel any policy for us to the white LGBT community. We already know the fix is in. And somebody pointed out something very interesting. Notice whenever they elevate tokenized Negroes, white society loves to get tokenized Negroes with odd names.
Yeah.
I want y'all to notice that. Laphonza Butler. See, people talk about so-called Black names or strange names and how that hurts them in certain positions. When white people want to tokenize a Black person for a certain position, when they know that the Black person is one of theirs, somebody who's going to be on the take, that they can utilize and weaponize against Black society and be used to undermine Black society, they want them to have the most niggerish name they can find. You understand that? They actually want them to have a real odd niggerish name. I want y'all to notice that. They want them to have an odd name so that it can specify, hey, this is a Black person I got. So when you see it on paper, that's a Black person that we got. So we're not racist. We got a Black person. Now, this Black person is a slasher, meaning it's a lesbian or slash immigrant or slash whatever. Look at Laphonza Butler, Letitia James, Condoleezza Rice. You know? They love them weird names. Ketanji Brown.
Amorosa.
All right? Hell. Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Ain't nobody named Barack. They love that exotic name on that Negro because they know he's not going to do anything for Black society. He's their Negro. So, hey, he's Black. Look, he's a Black.
Yeah, he's their Black.
His name is Barack. All right, look how Black he is. We're not racist. We put a nigga named Barack in the White House. We're not racist. He's not going to do a damn thing for black people, but look how black he is.
Ass scratches,
he's light skin. He got black lips, and you know he could dance a little bit, and he got a Negro wife. But look, he's black. Yeah, they play that game. Notice you never see them elevate a Kim Junkins or a heterosexual sister named Lisa Smith. You never see that. Just a heterosexual sister, FBA sister named Lisa Smith. You don't see that. You see Jean Pierre, whatever, a Haitian stud. It's always some real weird, exotic. It is. Yeah. It's always weird and exotic, and they got some other agenda going on.
Oh yeah, big time.
So when we see these people with these other slashes going on, we already see that the fix is in. We know that the fix is in. And you know, out here in California, it's a mess, man. And again,
the place has been a damn mess, cat.
Them having a racial roundtable, loving hip hop. Now they want to start talking like they got some sense, because there's been a lot of pressure put on those producers for all of the buffoonery and goofball stuff they've been promoting. So they had a serious roundtable discussion about race, and it's from some of the clips I've seen, it's actually good. They should have been doing this a long time ago. But Yandy, she said something that was real. I posted the clip up, and this is kind of what we're going through out here in California with the whole permit thing. Yandy was like, yeah, you know, when I do business out here in New York or whatever, when I'm trying to get certain things open, you know, I have to hire like a white person. I got a white person on my team who goes in and gets our permits for us. You know, it's just, to be honest, when we get the white person, everything is faster. We just get things done and everything is knocked out. And because of racism, that's kind of what we have to do. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. See, we can't afford to play this denial of racism game. We have to adapt.
Hold on, Shabbat. We don't have time for commentary.
I'm going to probably have to start doing that if it's not too late. Because when we got the museum out here, if y'all remember, we were trying to get buildings all around the Lamert Park area, and we were letting people know what we were doing it for. We're getting a Black History Museum, and people just kept turning us down, throwing money at the table, and we kept telling people we're doing a Black History Museum, and then all of a sudden the deals would be off the table. So me and my team was like, we got to stop telling people what the hell we're doing this for. We got to not tell them this is for like a Black History thing. We got to stop saying that. And I remember I would tell people that. I would do my broadcast and say, hey, we're going through a lot of roadblocks, and we're not going to tell people exactly what it is. We're going to be very vague. We're going to say it's just like an art gallery, art museum, and just be very vague. And then I had one of our white real estate agents go in and get the deals going. Didn't say what it was for, just said it was an art gallery museum. We got that shit overnight. Literally, we got it overnight. We got that building, got a phenomenal deal overnight. And that's what you have to do sometimes. Now, here's the thing. Once we got it, it became the blackest goddamn thing in the neighborhood. We really blackened it up. And so they were like, oh, okay. Y'all niggas thought y'all got us. See, that's why they circle back on us with these bullshit ass permits that they're trying to make us do. They're like, oh, y'all
Los Angeles for you.
Well, get these permits then, nigga. So that's what they're doing now. They're kind of whooping our ass with the permit game. They've been through some real weird permit requirements on us.
Yeah, that's Los Angeles.
Again, like I said before, when I would go downtown to the office where you get the permits, it's not a Negro in sight down.
Exactly. It's the city clerk's office. It's in LA City Hall.
It's like these people are so on code, they don't even have a black doorman at that place down there. It's like hundreds of people
Okay, we froze up again, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we're dealing with our technical difficulties because this is all part of the shadow banning that they're doing on all black media, you know, regardless of
in there. Literally, they double down on the bullshit. That's why I'm not going to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got a situation here. You know, we froze. You know, we got, you know, we're not getting too much telemetry right here, but this is all part of shadow banning us and what have you. You know, with our studios there in Denver, Colorado. I'm out here, the West Coast correspondent, coming to you from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. And what the brother was saying is over there in the Leimert Park district, they're trying to revitalize it for all practical purposes. And what they really need to do is revitalize it, because I was through Leimert Park last year and it really went downhill. And it was pretty much of the Renaissance era of black business in the 1960s and 70s near the Baldwin Hills over there, and another place called View Park.
Man, wasn't there a movie with Samuel L. Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, these black businessmen who would get white people as front men and they would go get all this property and stuff? There's a movie and I forgot what the name of the movie is. Maybe somebody can help me.
Man,
but, you know, we got to move and shake like that.
You know,
we got to move and shake like that.
Jackson.
In the face of racism. That's just a part of the game. The Banker. Shout out to Connie Collins. That's the movie called The Banker, right? I saw a little piece of it, but yeah, from what I understand, they would get white people as their front people and get a whole bunch of property on the low. So, you know, that's a part of the game. Let me get some people in here. Let me get my brother Sir Major in the building. Sir Major, hop in.
What's happening?
FBA.
I'm good. What's going on, fam?
Nothing much, man. You know, a lot of us have been big supporters of Coach Prime Deion Sanders. Did you see when he was doing all that coonery and buffoonery when Skip Bayless came to Colorado, and he was like breaking down and thanking profusely to Skip Bayless, saying thank you so much for giving us an opportunity, and y'all know darn well
Skip Bayless.
Right? And then he went on to say that not everybody's perfect, and then
got rid of Shannon.
Calling him boss.
They got rid of Shannon Sharp.
You have a chance to see it because it's a slap in the face to Shannon Sharp, who's been tremendously supportive, and Stephen A. Smith. They went down to support Deion in his program, and then Deion.
No, Stephen A. Smith is garbage.
No, man, send me the link. I'm gonna check that out.
Go to work to make master money.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. I gotta peep that out. I haven't seen that yet.
Master pay.
Let's get him. Grimes TV.
What's up, brother Tariq?
I'm good. How you doing, fam?
I'm pretty good. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to add quickly to your point about them using black names to try to sway us in a particular direction. We already got names like Fani and Keisha, and then there's this one black immigrant looking woman that Dr. Phoney likes to parade in front of us to sway us to taking the you-know-what named Kismikia. You're going to try to sway us to take your BS, you know what, with a name like Kizzy? Come on now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Kismikia chick who was a bed wench, who was bragging about zaddies. So again, it's always a weird name Negro with some kind of weird sexual hang up. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
That's all the throwback to the plantation system.
Name Negro. Hell,
and
Oprah.
we discussed it on say about this Black experience many times.
With the years.
They love these exotic name Negroes so they can elevate and play the game. Let's get Charcuterie. I think that's your name.
Yeah, what's happening? Peace to you, Tariq. What's going on with you, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing all right, chilling, man. Just wanted to tap in with you. You know, I love listening to your spaces, man. You always come with that good information. And yeah, the bedwenchery is real out here. And also, I just wanted to say, yeah, definitely watch that movie, The Banker, man. That movie was very, very good, man. I just wanted to say that, man, because yeah, it was lit, man. He basically was buying up all the property from white folks and then moving black folks in there. And I think it's based in Cali too. So,
oh wow, okay, I gotta peep that. I gotta peep that.
Okay,
good looking out, man. Thank you so much, bro.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking that the city that you're talking about in that regard would be Compton.
When it comes to us in real estate in California, dude, California is funny. They've always been on the bullshit. They're like, oh, we're gonna get you in one way or another. Don't. Yeah, you got one over on us, but yeah, we got the paperwork game we about to throw on your ass. You can't get an op to go up there and just take you out like they did our brother Nipsey. Yeah, we got some other games that we got to play on YouTube, nigga.
Yeah,
it's funny out here. Let's get Levante.
Oh, what's up, Tweet? Yeah, have you seen the Philadelphia loots recently?
Yeah, I have. Yes, I have.
It's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible, brother Tariq, and it's all fucking tethers. I swear. I checked all their lineages, and you know, I just want to know your thoughts. I think it worked though.
Well, yeah, that's horrible. But did you hear there was some looting at Bed Bath & Beyond by people in your community?
Yeah.
I don't know why they were stealing Bed Bath & Beyond, because you know y'all don't bathe with the name. So I think y'all were just going to steal it to resell the shit. So anyway, get your ass out of here.
Out here.
Yeah.
Got a fire alarm going on?
Oh, me?
Yeah, it sounds like a smoke detector or something.
No, you know what, man? That means that this daggone Bluetooth is powering down, probably.
Oh, so this sounds like a damn when the smoke detector gets chirping. There we go. Yeah, no, it's him. It's gotta be him.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I did hear something chirp.
Yeah, that's him.
Hold on.
Well, Chewbacca is getting himself together with the smoke detector. I'm gonna continue playing the video.
All right, get the hell off my phone.
That means his battery is going down.
Let's get
Damn, to make a signal like that, okay.
Yeah, that means the battery's powering down, so I'll get on it. Okay, Laphonza Butler, the first black lesbian to openly serve in Congress as the newly appointed United States Senator from California. And they call this shit progress.
Celebrate and say it's progress and progressive. The way that we need to go. Jesus, about it.
No, man, this is countermanding our progress big time. And once again, is it shattering the black family unit. They want to take the black male out, and they either want the black male in prison, in the graveyard, or wearing a dress, period.
Yep.
Period. And California, with Billy Porter and what have you. And as we have stated, they have their human rights, they have their civil rights, but you guys are going a little bit overboard with this. Okay. Now, it's very interesting that 57 years ago, when a certain organization, following the U.S. Constitution, came into existence, you had old boy there, Clyde Tolson's boyfriend, talking about their public enemy number one.
You talking about Gang or Hoover?
Oh yeah. Public enemy number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they said the organization of Negroes was a threat to
national security. And then when you look at it, and over the material, Brother Chad, that we have looked at over the years, man, is that, hey, they was following the U.S. Constitution, you know what I'm saying? And there were scholarly men and what have you. You see what I mean? They had chapters all across the country. They were feeding the kids from Oakland, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They educating them. They give them something to do, something productive.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
was
And then,
you
yeah, and
whole generations to be self-sufficient. We can't have that.
yes, sir. And so, quite naturally, of course, you're not going to see nothing on mainstream media about their 57th anniversary. You're not going to see nothing on mainstream media about the sacrifices that they made. You're not going to see nothing on mainstream media about famous people who came from there. You see what I mean? And then the sad part about it is, as the professor that we had, Professor Marvin X, as he had stated on our platform a few months back, is that Oakland, California is the city of resistance, okay, because of the legacy, of the BPP, those guys 57 years ago. Also, too, up there at Berkeley, which is right up the street from Oakland, particularly during the late 1960s, where they were protesting the war in Vietnam. And if anybody ever saw the motion picture Forrest Gump, it depicted that. And then another thing too is that they don't want to show us doing any good. See, when you have idiots like Pianki, Joe Gibson, those type of individuals, and yeah, I'm calling you clowns by name, for some odd reason, you are very, very scared of Black cohesiveness, and there's no reason for you to be scared of it. That's the irony of it. We're not going to go do, atrocious and no-atrocious shit that you all done to us. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, look at the little babies, who were bombed in the church there in 1963. My God, man. My God. Look at Dylan Roof. Over what, 50 years later, just about.
Yep. And they took him to Burger King.
Yeah, precisely. You know what I'm saying? Look at this dude, John Lee Kyle, what he did up there at the Little Nia at the MacArthur BART station. You saw the live feed I did from the MacArthur BART station, Brother Checc.
Yep.
And then her mother's crying in the background and her father's up there on the news. Oh, we're asking the Black community to stand down. And so then what happened is that some Proud Boys had showed up over there before they had called themselves the Proud Boys at the MacArthur BART station, saying it was a good thing. And some of the brethren got together, and then, there was pow, ping, you stomped the shit out of them a few times, man, and they eased that noise real quick. You see what I'm saying? But we're not supposed to recognize the history of 57 years ago, and as I stated in the live feed that I did from there, Brother Checc, as you know, because you were the first one that I tagged. I mean, how are we going to let something go down in this neighborhood, and this was the birthplace of the Black Panther Party? And then I go up there and I ask one of the Bay Area Rapid Transit police officers, the murderers of Oscar Grant, and I say, officer, I got a question. Okay, when you guys caught up with this dude, John Lee Kyle, because he was arrested at a BART station as well, why didn't y'all just kill him? After all, you did that to Oscar Grant. They didn't have nothing to say, and you should have seen the look in their eyes that they had on me when I told them that. I might have been the next Oscar Grant, man, but I didn't give a damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Right is right. You see? And once again, they're giving us technical difficulties here, on this platform because, they don't like this truth. And we really don't give a damn whether they like it or not, ladies and gentlemen. It's because we're going to speak the truth. This is why this is Front Line Blacc News. And we calling these tricks out, straight out. We're calling out here these newsies, who like the Gut Buckets and Cartoon News Network and Fox News and all that old type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And Gut Bucket and with Tyrus the Bull up there, who's supposed to be the so-called expert on the Black community and the way he looked, the shit he dressed up in, man, he don't know shit. And then, hey, and if don't nobody dig it, give us a call, 516-418-5996, 6 p.m. on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. You know what I'm saying? 6 p.m. in the Pacific Time Zone, 7 p.m. in the Mountain Time Zone, 8 p.m. in the Central Time Zone, and 9 p.m. in the East. And also, to check out.
I'm back, Shabaka. Thank you for holding it down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just had to ad lib right there, until you got back in. But as I stated, as you heard, is that this is all part of the shadow banning of Black media people.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's still
that's
going
all
on,
it is.
Whatever, your headset or whatever.
Oh, okay. All right. You said the humming?
The fire alarm sounding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's right here in the room with me. Okay, so I got to wait till tomorrow to change the battery, So just please bear with it, folks, if you can. And yeah, there you go again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
what are your thoughts on this topic?
Oh, with the U.S. Senator from California, the new one.
Yeah.
It's grandstanding. It's not going to benefit us not one damn bit, either way, form or fashion, in the sloppy state of California, and the not so great state of California. It's going to lead to more massive incarceration of our people. Okay. Then a lot of issues, particularly the reparations issues, is going to be derailed from California and the U.S. Congress on a national basis, with this individual being in there. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I got $20 right now in my pocket that I have to bet that I would be right. Okay. Hoping I'm wrong. It'll be $20 I'll be happily to lose. You see what I'm saying? I really would. You see? And then, of course, individuals, man, that I'm no longer going to name, they know who they are. They know who we are. You know what I'm saying? They know that tension is tight amongst us, and I told our one and only Sarge that we charging him with desertion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Sarge says, no, he didn't desert, so which means probably Sarge was out there getting that moonshine, or got him a lady Sarge or something like that at that time, and we wasn't a priority on his list, And then, of course,
a priority, but he shout out to Sarge, though. He sticks to his
yeah, most definitely. And that's why I called in to show that Sarge was on, because I was going through the chat rooms and I saw Sarge right there. And then, of course, the Trick, he was there. And I just said, hey, Sarge, we're charging you, with desertion. And Sarge, well, man, I didn't desert. Okay, Sarge, you know the number, man. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to call in. You do give us a run for our money, Sarge, So, and as you saw there on the live feed the other night, Brother Che, when we had Brother Isaiah and had Sister Bianca with us, and y'all crumb-bummed on me, real bad, being a Raiders fan and what have you. But we got knowledge out here, you know what I'm saying? And things of that nature right there.
Do you have anything to say about Laphonza? Laphonza or something.
So I agree with what Tariq said. I agree. That's just that they gotta find out what took it and put them in there. I agree. Thoroughly 100%.
She's not gonna do anything specifically for Black people.
They never do.
Now I'm hearing some beeping on your end there, Brother Che.
Uh-oh.
That's probably my machine.
Okay, it's kind of amazing, folks, that when we put together our platforms, we still come through between hell and high water. But it's very amazing.
We got oh my God, I even mentioning this. We got porn bombed on a previous show.
Oh yeah, that's about right. And it's probably, you know, some of them.
You lucky I wasn't in there, because I don't like that shit at all. Like that shit right there, get the motherfucker cussed out. Don't do that shit. You lucky I wasn't in there.
Yeah, his name was John White.
Okay, but what it is though, you have to understand, folks, is that this stuff is headquartered in or around San Francisco, so that explains everything right there.
Yeah.
YouTube is in San Bruno, Facebook is in Menlo Park, Google is down there in Mountain View near Stanford University, Stinky Bird, he's up there in San Francisco, and then you also too, you got some mid-tech firms over there in San Francisco, you know, a lot of the companies that are trying to boss up that come over there. So this is why you get all this other shit on here, man, you know, from third-party sites and Canva. Well, Canva is based in Australia, okay, but basically San Francisco, you know, is a social media capital of the world, and later for Bill Gates. Oh boy, I'm getting sleepy. And Bill Gates, you know, he should be arrested, you know, for crimes against humanity, just like they did them damn Nazis at the Nuremberg trials.
Oh, they let them off. They let them off, Shabaka. I was watching something the other day. They let so many damn Nazis free and gave them asylum and all kinds of shit.
No, yeah, and guess where they gave them a lot of asylum at? Uruguay and Paraguay.
And Argentina.
And Brazil.
Jesus. That really sounds like a fire alarm, Shabaka.
Okay, hold on. Let me go check something out right here.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So while we're waiting on Shabaka, Lady Che, is that your closing thoughts on Laphonza? I guess that's it. Okay. Well, yeah, she don't mean black people no good. It's just another symbolic gesture coming from the Democrats. And really nothing to cheer about. She's definitely not gonna do nothing specifically for black people. So whatever her orientation is or identity is, she's not black first at all by any stretch of the imagination. So we should not support her, period. She's not going to do nothing for Blacc Californians. So live in California, do not support this broad at all. And Gavin, Newsome, Nancy Pelosi's nephew. You're about to make your run for president and you won't get our vote either. So that's it for her. So I'm gonna move us along. So we still waiting on you Biden supporters. The hell are you Biden supporters? I guess we could put Ron in that category. I think he voted for Sleepy Joe Biden. Along with so many others that kept telling us, anybody but Trump, we just can't have another 4 years of Trump. We can't have that. So how's that working out for y'all? Biden sexuals, Biden supporters. Still waiting on y'all to call. Yes.
Right.
But your boy done reneged on his word like so many other times. This time,
who was that?
The border wall.
Yeah.
Don't know if he coming or going. Alzheimer's, dementia. Take your pick. Fighting.
Yep. Now, if I miss.
Approved the extension of the border wall.
Okay. Now, if I may.
After reneging on his words that he stated in 2019 and 2020.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now,
give us a rundown, but before I started, did you have something to say, Shabaka?
Okay. Yeah, if I may say before that, is that money is that the Congress, had appropriated that money under the Dump regime, strictly for the border wall. And so I don't know what type of shenanigans was pulled, but they cannot read the.
He sold the land or the materials back, or he was in the process of. He had already started the process of getting rid of the materials.
Right. But what it is that the Congress had earmarked that money strictly for that wall, and they got some type of lock on it where it could only go for the wall. You see, so therefore, so then they're going to probably have to pass another act of Congress, to release those funds and put them off, where they should go.
It was earmarked for that?
Yes, sir, under the dump regime. Yes, sir, that is correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think what they're going to have to do is that they have to go through Congress, I would imagine in both houses, to release those funds. And what they probably need to do is take those funds and build them into these homeless shelters.
Yeah.
Winter is coming up.
Or these hotels and motels. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These abandoned ones. That's been abandoned for decades, like the Royal Hope.
Yeah, but I do like the idea what old Bud Abbott does.
Yeah.
Is that where he puts them on a busload, sends them straight to Washington.
Or Martha's Vineyard. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. We're about to just keep talking about Sleepy Joe.
Oh, yes, sir.
And him reneging on his word.
Right. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, when these politicians, come to us with prepackaged bullshit, and they got this law, that law, that law, that law, this law got to back up this law. It's like chess. You see, folks, it's chess. It's not checkers. Then what they need to do is hurry up and get the dump, up out of the way. They need to find a way to
shit. Yeah. And we want to make that perfectly clear.
Absolutely. And they got to figure out a way to.
Yeah, we got to make it perfectly clear because Black Son, he is a MAGA. MD is a libertarian, so that's a Republican that smoke weed.
Okay, and then with the MAGA, okay, and MAGA, I saw somebody that would put it up there on the wall on social media that I agree with. Instead of saying "Make America Great Again," okay, they need to change that to is "My ass got arrested."
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see that one.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that one. Yeah, my ass got arrested.
Did you get a kick out of that Latinos for Trump video?
That was sickening. It really was. Yeah. And then the sad part about it is I know something even more sadder than that. I saw these fools who were definitely praying good wearing t-shirts that state "niggas for Trump."
Oh my God! Yeah. They were in the video. They were in the video with him.
Yeah, all unshaved, gray hair, drunk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you the type of black folks of Trump. Yeah, that's right. Niggas. Brain dead motherfuckers.
Yeah. House niggas. That's brain dead. Yeah. But getting back to Lisa Cabrera, keep this show on the road. President Jim Crow Biden, y'all president, because y'all were the ones that kept telling us we need to vote for Biden. Anybody with Trump, we just can't have 4 more years of Trump. Oh, we gotta get him out. No, a Trump vote is no. And how that works.
Okay, and before you get Ms. Cabrera started again, I do have to say this. Back in 2015, when they was having the presidential debates, right? Okay, friend of, when you. Yeah, no, the 20 for the 2016 election.
2016. Oh, yeah.
Okay, where they had the dump, Uncle Bill Carson, Marco Rubio, let's see, Rick Santorum and what have you.
A whole bunch of clowns.
And then Ben Carson, he needs to quit writing his own prescription.
He needs to stop getting high off his own supplies.
Yes, sir, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by writing his own prescriptions. And somebody had asked me, they said, who do you think is going to be the next president? I said, hey, I hate to say it, but but it's going to be your man that don't. And I says, well, what makes you think that? Well, first place, they hated Barack Obama, okay, for being the first black president, number one, okay. And then these, as you call them, these RWSs, okay, RWS, these racist white supremacists, they got so insulted with Obama being a president. So, they was brewing it for years to get that dump as inhuman shit selected to be the Republican candidate. Now, had the Democrats would have had Biden then on another candidate other than Hillary, okay?
Hillary for president.
Yeah. And I think, that they would have derailed this dude, you see?
Yeah, that's the one that said Margaret Sanger was her idol. And that she idolized.
Yeah. And then, of course, and we all know what Margaret
Miss godmother of eugenics. So with Lisa Cabrera and the border wall. So yeah, Democrats, you only have yourself to blame. And now don't renege on his words, like some others. As just an example. So she's gonna give us the rundown about the border wall and what's coming next.
Right.
Why the invasion is in full effect.
Y'all remember when Donald Trump was in office and he wanted to construct a border wall. And it was many in the Democratic Party that opposed putting up this border wall, right? We all remember this. And because we remember Steve Bannon ripping his own folks off and all that. That's a whole different story. But we know this was Donald Trump's idea.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's get into the story.
Let's get it.
Joe Biden is quietly trying to do an executive order to build that border wall. Yes.
An
executive order to build that border wall.
Remember, so bad for that. Oh,
I tell you, these people are a trip. The Biden administration says it's using executive power to allow border wall construction in Texas.
In Texas.
And remember, they were stopping Donald Trump. Donald Trump was trying to come up with the funding to do this.
Yep, he sure was.
But I want you to take notice, nobody is battling Joe Biden over this. I'm just saying.
They don't have the
Biden administration announced they waived 26 federal laws in South Texas to allow border wall construction on Wednesday, marking the administration's first use of sweeping executive power to pave the way for building more border barriers, a tactic used often during the Trump presidency.
Interesting.
And I remember they were doing everything they can to make sure Trump didn't.
Now they just let them come in by the busload.
I remember that too. The Department of Homeland Security posted the announcement on the U.S. Federal Registry with details outlining the construction in Starr County, Texas, which is part of a busy Border Patrol sector, seeing high illegal entry. According to government data, about 245,000 illegal entries have been recorded in this region during the current fiscal year. There is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers with roads in the vicinity of the border of the United States in order to prevent unlawful entries into the United States in the projected areas. So, ladies and gentlemen, it goes on. The Clean Air Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, and Endangered Species Act were some of the federal laws waived by the Department of Homeland Security to make way for construction that will use funds from the congressional appropriation in 2019 for the border wall.
Hey, how you doing, Brother Deacon? Yeah, peace to you also too, sir.
Time-consuming reviews.
Exactly, RWS.
Challenging violation of environmental laws.
He says he likes the nicknames were used.
Now, I guess Joe Biden wants to build that wall.
Oh, yeah.
Build that wall, right?
Remember, Trump was so bad for that.
No maps
Yep.
were provided in the announcement of previous news shared during the gathering of public comments show a piecemeal construction will add up to an additional 20 miles or 32 kilometers to the existing border wall barrier system in the area. The other concern that we have is that area is highly erosive. There's a lot of, so it's highly erosive. So they're pointing out the creeks are being cut through and ranch lands and
that'll be in Texas,
the river. So yeah, if you got a lot of people constantly running across the land, yes, that's going to happen.
Yeah, the Rio Grande
County is home to about 65,000 residents.
Arizona
over 1,200.
Okay, but from Diego due all the way to Texas, that ain't nothing but desert.
And part of the lower Rio Grande Valley National Wildlife Refuge. Environmental advocates say structures will run through the public lands, habitats of endangered plants and animal species like the ocelots, spotted wildcat. A plan to build a wall through, they're going to have to bulldoze. Yeah, they're going to have to do that.
Yeah, in the desert.
Straight through the heart of the habitat. It will stop wildlife migrations dead in their track. It will destroy huge amounts of wildlife refuge land. And it's a horrific step backwards for the borderlands. All right. So this is a conservationist that works in that area. This is what they're saying. During the Trump administration, about 450 miles or 724 kilometers of barriers were built along the southwest border between 2017 and 2021. Texas Governor Greg Abbott renewed those efforts as part of his ongoing immigration enforcement from the state level after the Biden administration initially halted them at the start of his presidency.
Deacon of Reality saying we're having a great show. Thank you, Deacon.
Wednesday contrasts the Biden administration posturing when the proclamation to end the construction
Yeah, so he
building
capitulated.
A wall, entire southern border is not a serious policy solution. Now, this is what Biden said back in 2021, right? But now he's doing, he already did the executive order to start the construction of the border wall.
Okay, well, Ms. Cabrera, it's called hypocrisy. It's called prepackaged bullshit. Okay, once again, They're pissing on our heads,
So it looks
telling
like
us
it's going to be
it's
a
rain.
massive project that's going to be going on. So they're saying that the announcement prompted political debate by the Democratic administration, facing an increase of migrants entering through the southern border in recent months, including thousands who entered the U.S. through Eagle Pass at the end of September. And I did a story on that. A border wall is a 14th century solution to a 21st century problem. It will not bolster border security in Stark County. This is U.S. Rep. Henry Cuellar said in a statement, "I continue to stand against the wasteful spending of taxpayer dollars and an ineffective border wall." Well, look like it's going to happen, especially if it's been done by executive order or being done by executive order. It's going to happen. So political proponents of the border wall said the waivers should be used as a launching pad for a shift in policy. After years of denying that a border wall and other physical barriers are effective, the DHS announcement represents a sea change in the administrative thinking. Secure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're having technical difficulties here, with our office in Denver, Colorado. I'm coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're talking about how Joe Biden, is building up a wall, that was started by Trump, so the wall, they should call it the wall that Trump built. And keep in mind when they do this here, people from San Diego all the way over to, let me see, what's the name of that city? I think it's in Texas, okay. Oh man, it's right across El Paso. Okay, so between El Paso and San Diego is nothing but desert, okay. And ask me how I know. I've traveled it. Okay, but what it is, though, people, is that we have to pool our resources, okay, not only domestically in the United States, but we also have to do it throughout the whole diaspora, and we're also going to have to do it, on the continent as well, too. So we got to get a lot of those puppet-ass regimes over there in Africa about it there, because you got too many damn neo-colonialists over here. And I always noticed, okay, even with the slave trade, they always had some type of neo-colonialist, okay? Somebody who they went up there, bumped his head, told him that shit don't stink, pissed on his head, told him that it's rain, and he believed it. And it was very, very, very sad.
I'm back, Sprocket.
Okay, okay, yeah, well, I was holding it down. And I was mentioning.
Thank you for holding it down, Sprocket. We're back. So what are your thoughts on the last topic?
Okay, on the wall, as I was saying, is that it's prepackaged bullshit. They knew that they were going to do it. Okay, and then all the way from when you get to El Paso, okay, all that is desert from El Paso to California. Now, if I got my geography right, I think the Rio Grande River starts up there at El Paso, because Mexico is right across the street from El Paso.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Shabaka, I think you're correct.
Yeah, and then all that there, when you go through that little corner of New Mexico and Arizona, through that, you're in the Mojave Desert. All that there is desert.
Yeah, you're in the Mojave Desert, the Great Basin. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You see, and believe me, I feel like I've been through every inch of it. And I'm quite sure there's a whole lot of it that I didn't see, but it could be very, very dangerous out there as well, too, particularly at nighttime.
Oh, yeah.
Because at nighttime, what happens is in the summer months at nighttime, you know, old Jake the Snake, you know, he decides to go make his rounds is because it's cooler for him, you know. So, you know, he just looking up something, you know, to sink his teeth into, you know what I mean, and whatnot, and go on your day, things of that nature right there. And then, too, we also have to look at that they talked about the Chinese building a transcontinental railroad from Boys Town to the Big Apple. And they put the final golden spike in a place called Provo, Utah. Okay. And that's off of. That's what it.
Suburb of Salt Lake City, right?
Yes, sir. And that there is where they had ceremoniously put the golden spike in there, which had brought the United States Transcontinental Railroad from the west to the east and up there in Donner's Pass and what have you. You've seen my live feeds up there where they talk about the Chinese workers, you know, building a railroad through the Donner's Pass.
Just that little section.
Yeah, well, when you get to Donner's Pass,
they were still compensated for it.
Yes, sir, they were. Let's say, and then not to mention the fact when it came to the Southern Pacific Railroad, which is from Atlanta, exactly, and that day was from Atlanta, Georgia, to Los Angeles, California, because I remember in Los Angeles is that on Alameda Street, they had, you know, the railroad tracks. They finally ripped them up. But what it was the railroad tracks, you know, that was coming from the south. And they used to have these big, huge warehouses with Southern Pacific up there on the top. And the tracks, the railroad tracks that ran down, literally down Alameda up into where those warehouses are, okay? But what had happened is they finally pulled the railroad tracks up off of Alameda in the last 25 years, and all those big buildings that say Southern Pacific on it, okay, is now they are using all that area there for independent movie studios.
Yeah, so we're still waiting on you Biden supporters. You got a lot of explaining to do.
Oh yeah, particularly on that wall. You see what I'm saying? And then, like they said, they had the money locked up in the Congress to do it. So the Congress is not going to say, hey, well, let's release this money, pay some on the reparations, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to Los Angeles, New York. Well, actually, let's go to New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Cleveland, Denver, Colorado, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the cities that are getting ready to be hit with the snow in the next few weeks.
Oh,
yeah. But that's too much like right. And the sad part about it is, yeah, exactly. You see, so they got some bass backwards, man, you know, up there in Washington. They got some type of shenanigans going on.
Don't they?
Yeah, exactly. But it's always
Sleepy Joe. So Sleepy Joe reneged on his word. What are you doing, Lady K? Or she's eating a PBJ. Never mind.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So once again, Black family.
Hold on, Lady K.
My thoughts on this, but Cuz said can't use them because they were funded. They're allocated for a certain fund. He didn't want to build no wall. He didn't want to do all this extra shit. So he let the fucking country get flooded with immigration, and then he has to use that to build a wall. So my thing is, he's probably gonna take his time building the wall, building the rest of the wall anyway, or some of the wall.
Right.
Use it. Other than that, you can see that he doesn't want to. He's not trying to stop the immigration process. He's not really attempting to. You can hear it in his tone. You hear it in his voice. He don't really give a fuck. He just has to use the money allocated because if you heard his own words, he tried to put it into something else, and they said no, that this money was allocated for that specifically. So as you can see, he was trying to be a cocksucker by not fucking building the wall because he doesn't give a fuck about us. So that's how I feel about it.
That was
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. And keep in mind is that he was the same one that pushed that federal crime bill in the U.S. Congress in the 1990s.
He's the same one that's pushed every one of those crime bills since 1970 something.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, way back when they pulled up an old clip from old Sleepy Joe, is that where he said that he did not want his kids going to integrated schools.
He didn't want them in the integrated jungle.
Exactly. Yeah. How did he put it? The integrated racial jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could say. And now all of a sudden he comes back there and loves you. But see, but at least one thing about the dump, as in human shit, and I'm gonna make that perfectly clear. He told you how he honestly felt. Never apologize for. Yeah, never apologize for how you honestly feel. So the orange dude, you know what I'm saying? He get up there and said, "Hey, I hate you all this, I hate you all on that right there."
No.
White America went up there and supported this asshole. And then the cool part about it is, and I love them seeing egg on their face with this trick guy that peached twice. And then on top of it too, dumb. I don't see how you're gonna pay something like Stormy Daniels, man, $125 million, man. And I mean, wow, man, you know. And
same one I said,
when I look at, but looking at Stormy Daniels, man, you know, he could have got that for $12.50. You know what I'm saying?
I'll figure out.
Yeah, you know. And then of course, who knows? That's probably why they hijacked our video the other night, you know, with that bullshit out of Silicon Valley and all that, you know. And then also, too, for you people out there in San Francisco, and this includes you too, London Bridge, and then out of all fairness to London.
Down.
Yeah, and then I don't think London Bridge was the mayor at that time. Okay, I'm trying to think who the mayor was before London Bridge. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Gavin Newsome.
I think you might be correct.
Yeah, okay, because Gavin Newsome, you know, was the mayor of San Francisco at one time. And then I do know that Gavin Newsome was running. Gavin Newsome had a friend who was running for political office, and Gavin Newsome was his campaign manager. And then Gavin Newsome started fucking a man's wife now. What kind of morals is that?
Out the window. After all, he worked in California.
Yeah. And then keep in mind the former mayor of San Francisco, Willie Brown, you know, he was fucking Kamala Harris when he was 60 and she was 30, and Willie Brown was married. So his wife divorced his ass, broke his ass, you know what I'm saying? But Willie Brown, you know, he had a lot of juice in San Francisco, you know, because, you know, that's where he was from. And he also used to be the speaker of the State Assembly of California too for many, many years.
Yeah, he was the mayor back in the early 2000s, Shabaki.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And I think that
back in junior year of high school. Yeah.
Okay, and I think Kamala was the district attorney of San Francisco County. And like I said, and then what I'm going to try to do when I go back up there, I am going to try to go to the law library over there at Alameda County, where she was an assistant district attorney. And I just want to, you know, pull up some of her cases of how many black men she sent to jail on bullshit charges.
And Dianne Feinstein was a former mayor of San Francisco too.
Yes, sir. I think, okay. Now, the way Dianne Feinstein became the mayor, they had a mayor. Yeah, she was the first woman mayor of San Francisco. Now, what had happened was with her is that she started her career that I know of as a member of the Board of Supervisors in San Francisco, like for the county. Now, here's the trip about San Francisco politics. There's only one county in the county of San Francisco by the obvious name. Okay. Yes. Okay. So instead of San Francisco having a bona fide city council, okay, they have a board of supervisors that acts as the city council. You see what I mean? Okay, yeah. It's because now you got the San Francisco Police Department, but you also have the San Francisco County Sheriff's Department as well, too.
Uh-oh, they're kicking me out again. Just keep talking about that.
Okay. All righty. So therefore they do have the San Francisco County Sheriff's Department, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And Kamala Harris was the district attorney of San Francisco County. Okay, folks, and we're doing some ad-libbing right here. It's because we are going over a scheduled format, but due to, technical difficulties, they keep kicking us out of the studio. It could be Silicon Valley or whoever who's running the power waves and shit like that, because they do not like our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. They hate our podcast, but we don't give a damn, and we pretty much tell our haters to kiss our ass and what have you, but we're going to drop this truth. You see, right? Is because our people are in a state of emergency, Black family. You see what I'm saying? And this is why we created the hashtag Front Line Blacc News. This is why we created the hashtag Resurrection of the Mental Dead, is because you got a whole lot of mental dead motherfuckers out here, and that dead's for real. Okay, you got a lot of them over there in San Francisco, But the sad part is about San Francisco, you got a lot of rich people over there that's got too much power over the artificial intelligence of your laptops, your cell phones, your television sets, because I get tired as hell every morning that I wake up hearing a bunch of beep, 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 beep going off on my damn cell phone. And I'm thinking I'm getting some important information right here, worried about family members, things of that nature right there. But what we get here is garbage. Shit like, Biden's antivirus from San Francisco, and a lot of this shit out here, ladies and gentlemen, is clickbait. And notice, folks, that they always put in the fine print, cookies and privacy rights. And what they're saying that fine print is, we might give your information, for ads and shit like that. Why the fuck you gonna sell my personal information, Trick? We pay for this. You guys are making billions off of it. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bill Gates, and I'm talking about you, Microsoft, and I'm talking about you, Zuckerberg, and all that. Why don't you know good money-hungry bastards, help the people out here, man? You all have the resources to do it, and it's not going to hurt you. Now, there's a consensus. All people just don't want to work. It's not a question of people just don't want to work, motherfucker. What it is that people cannot even afford to go to work. I mean, how the hell are you going to tell a person out there who's homeless, who might not could have kept his hygiene up together? He might have kept it up, out in the field, which is very, very limited, to hit his basic sanitation. But when you're out there like that, you need a complete shower for about an hour and a half. You got to scrub your body and your hair at least 3 times. And for the men folk, okay, you got to shave. You see what I'm saying? And what have you. Then for the women folk, I guess we could have some of the women elaborate on that, because they have to have, their extra hygiene. You see what I mean? And then in a state like California, folks, where we make up only less than 24% of the population there, we're making up, 35, 40% of the inmate population. And we're damn sure 80% of the homeless in California. I mean, that's a given from SF to LA. You know what I'm saying? Same thing through Stockton, too. It's very interesting about You got a lot of homelessness off the Highway 99 corridor. Same thing with Sacramento, right around the corner there from old Cruise. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You can go right around the corner from the state capitol, ladies and gentlemen, and see homeless encampments. Right there. What they need to do is move them up like when they had the Occupy movement where the homeless had went camped down. Yeah, exactly. They need to bring that back.
We ain't left. We still here.
Yeah. You know, and what they need to do, but then again, they made the law stricter for trespassing up on there. Now, here's something, Brother Checc. You know, you have legal background. How in the hell can you get a ticket for trespassing up on public property?
How?
Understand? Yeah. If they were to bring back the Occupy movement, how could they legally be issued tickets for trespassing on private property?
It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
They were trying to outlaw feeding people in public.
Yeah, exactly. You see. Now, here's something that I hate to say. Oakland City Hall. Okay, they're going to have to make it a historical landmark. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that there is where your current vice president, Kamala, had announced her candidacy to run to be the president. Okay. And
every 4 years.
Yeah, and she lost it. You see what I'm saying? And she lost it.
Yeah, we knocked her off the paint. And then Jim Crow Biden picked her up like the bear when she was. Or is.
Yeah. Exactly. You see? And then the cold part about it is, you know, she was handpicked right there. Okay, this is exactly what we've been talking about. Oh yeah, white grab bed, this man's disturbing. Oh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a Mendigo.
Oh, I saw that movie. Oh, and the anger.
That's a clip from Mendigo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I recognize Perry King, who's Hamill, and with the hat on right there. You see who played the part. And then that dude there, he didn't get too many movie roles after that. You know?
Give him a role after that?
Yeah, I don't think he got too many movie roles after that. But Brenda Sykes, you know, her career kind of went downhill a little bit. That because Brenda Sykes, you know, she was a black actress in the 1970s. Mm-hmm. She even played on a couple of episodes of Good Times.
Just do it because you're going to fall asleep.
Yeah. And then also, too, she had...
Too heavy to fucking throw off my chair.
And then she did another movie, too, that was real big in the 1970s. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie, man, with Jim Brown was in it when thugs went and killed his brothers. No, I never saw 3 the Hard Way. I want to see it, though, because they was talking about the water. That was Jim Kelly, Jim Brown, and Fred Williamson.
Yeah.
Big Jim is through. Jim Kelly's through. Don't know what the status is on Fred Williamson. Yeah. And I know Fred Williamson had made a couple of other movies during the black exploitation era. One of them was called Black Caesar.
Yep.
And James Brown, you know, the one and only JB from Atlanta, GA, you know, he did the soundtrack for it. And I'm trying to think if he had any hits off of it. But there was one song off of there that was an instrumental called Sporting Life. It was a nice instrumental on it. You might want to pull it up on YouTube, Brother Checc, you know. But anyway, so as we was telling Sarge and our haters out there, you know, Mandingo definitely showed the brutalization of slavery. And I think that there was even a scene in there where they had actually castrated a brother. And then also too, Brother Chad did start looking at Goodbye Uncle Tom, and I'm gonna have to take that in spurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean the beginning scenes of it. When I saw our people there with roaches crawling on them, and then the way how they was treating our people,
Chicago.
Yeah, what's up in Chicago?
Man, they're giving them them arrests at work behind the migrants.
Yeah. And then the migrants jumps on an 11-year-old black girl in Chicago.
Yeah, that's the next topic after that.
Yeah, well, on that regard right there, that is unacceptable. Is because Chicago, was one of our strongholds like Cleveland, Philadelphia, New York. So hopefully, that the crew will go put some work in on them migrants from jumping on that baby right there. Because I have distant relatives there, and I'm just hoping it wasn't nothing of mine. You see? Yeah. And that's what I argue with Sarge about all the time,
Yep.
And Sarge is yet to tell us about that secret place where they do the Mark Furman interrogations, as I call them, And you see, because you remember Mark Furman, crash officer, community resources against Los Angeles Police Department. Crash is a division of LA's elite division in the LAPD, which is called the Metropolitan Division.
His son used to be the chief out here.
Whose son?
The one that's named after him?
Oh, William H. Parker?
No. Furman.
Oh, Mark Furman, yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. So Mark Furman, the last I knew, after he left LA, this is over, let's see, the O.J. Simpson trial was over 20, over 30
almost
years
30
old.
years ago. It'll be 30 tomorrow or next month.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. When he got acquitted. Yeah, it was in October that he got acquitted. I remember that. And then Mark Furman, when he got exposed and what have you, he hightailed it to Idaho. Yeah, Idaho. Yeah, he went up there to, what was the name of the place? Because I passed through it. Oh, shit. Okay, I passed through it. And in this town in Idaho that Furman retired to or went to, man, it looks like something off the Andy Griffith show, man. You know what I'm saying? Of the late 50s, brick buildings, good old boys sitting out there and stuff like that. And you could definitely tell it was a sundown town for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sundown town for real. Okay, folks, I see that we had lost our transmission, from Denver again. Okay, so I'm just ad-libbing here, folks. You know what I mean? So with all of those up here with the election coming up next year in 2024, and with this here being October, you got November, you got December, so I would imagine on New Year's, in January of 2024, that's when they're going to hit the ground running, for this presidential bid. So next summer is going to be a whole bunch of prepackaged bullshit, campaigns on the road, stuff like that, So all kind of lies,
the internet is going out.
Yeah, okay, they're back in right there. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
The internet went out.
I know.
Oh, okay. All righty. And I'm here laying in the bed, talking on the Bluetooth and whatnot, but I still see
all right,
Huh? Okay, all right. Your feed is echoing again. You fade in and out. Okay, do we have? Okay, how? Yeah, but you're echoing, going in and out. Okay, now, yeah, I'm getting some telemetry from you right now. Okay. All righty. Okay, Brother Che signal that broke, he's reconnected on it. So as we were saying, at the phase that where we're at now, ladies and gentlemen, we was talking about old Mark DeFerman going up there to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, after he had left Los Angeles. And the fervor is still the same, ladies and gentlemen, in regard to Black people. And ain't nothing gonna change. We have to make it change, Black family. We have to make it change. Economically, politically, and then definitely want to give a shout out there to Mr. Jay Dizzle. I definitely want to give a shout out there, to the platform that we're on right now, for allowing us to be on there. Shout out there to New Black Knowledge, Jonathan Bourne and him. And I think, a whole lot of these digital creatives that came out, 7, 8 years ago, I think a lot of them are starting to retire, more power to them. They did great work.
Hey, I'm back, Shabaka. Thanks for holding it down again.
Okay. And definitely, we need people to start hitting the link, for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhancing Front Line Blacc News. And then also, too, I want to state, to these other digital creators, hey, we don't mind you guys posting your work in our groups, like Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced Resurrection of the Mental Dead, what have you. But if you're going to post in our groups, we really would appreciate it that if you would take our links for our podcast and put it in your groups. So we're not hating, we're just trying to get you to work with us. Is because when you post off in our groups, you're trying to pull our audience, to yours. Just reciprocate. There's plenty of audience out here for everyone. And, Frontline Blacc News and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, we are dedicated to the resurrection of the mental dead.
And the revolutionary agenda.
Oh, yes, sir. And the revolutionary agenda. Definitely check out Lady Che on that. And definitely check out the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead, because I think what had happened was, I think Facebook, gave me the credit saying that we created the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead. So we're trying to monetize that there too. Also too, we're going to go produce some banners, RBG, with the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead.
Okay.
And there's nobody other than us who fits that description to the utmost. And keep in mind, Black family, this is not a put down. This is no self-hatred. This is no challenging nobody. This is not trying to offend nobody. All what it is, folks, we are all we got. It's up to us to take care of us. That's why when you go to vote at the next election, make sure you're getting something tangible for your vote, as Brother Che has emphasized.
That's right.
And tangibles is something that you could see, that you could taste, that you could feel. And then also, too, we need some intangible rights, intellectual propriety rights. You see, it's because Hollywood has been stealing a lot of Black talent. You see what I mean? And, Lil Wayne, I appreciate your accomplishment, man. But, you get $100 million from Universal Music Group, so you sold all the rights to your works. But Lil Wayne, man, but look how they got you looking in public, homie, man. You all tatted up, man. You all grilled out and what have you. But brother, you looking bad. But I know you don't give a damn about, what I say or what we say on this platform, man, because you got $100 million and Universal's gonna make $100 billion off of that contract that they sold you. The same thing they do with these other individuals who wants to go to Hollywood. Oh, I'm gonna be the next big star and all that. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
A whole lot of our black girls went out there and they wind up, how should I say, getting with your boy old Weinstein out there, going out there to the San Fernando Valley, making those quote unquote, what films for your audition. You see what I mean? So just be careful, black family, when you go out there.
Yes.
Hey, more power to you if you're trying to become artists and great actors and what have you. Do not let them exploit you out there. You know what I'm saying?
Let it happen, black family. Don't let it happen. So, unfortunately, due to the technical difficulties we're having and the fact that I'm starting to doze off, we're gonna do a part 2 sometime tomorrow. So the topics we didn't get to were FBA Chicagoans giving the Democrats hell over migrant crisis. 11-year-old black girl Trinity, Washington, attacked and brutalized by 2 racist Hispanics. Police attacked late Keon Woods in Jacksonville, Florida. Tariq Nasheed's new FBA hip-hop documentary, Microphone Checc, The Hidden History of Hip-Hop, trailer is out in Unhoused Neighbor News and Unhoused Neighbor Sweeps.
Yes. And then also, too, on my closing for tonight, I want to say on this here, like I said, hey, Mr. Nasheed and Mr. T.I. and what have you, you guys out there in Hollywood, man, like I said, we don't mind you posting in our groups of your material, man, but y'all gonna have to break some of that bread, man, straight out, okay? Straight out, because we're not star chasers right here. We're not so much trying to be stars right here. We're just trying to make us a decent living on what we're doing on this platform, because all of us involved in this platform, and then some, we come out of our pockets for it. And it's starting to hurt us, okay? And then you guys want to come up on our walls with your material, which is fine, which is beautiful, but hey, make a donation over here. And this is work we're putting in. We ain't standing out there, panhandling and none of that bullshit. We ain't sitting there at a lunch counter begging for a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? We're trying to do our contributions, the black media, to tell our story by ourselves, of ourselves. You see, so we're just letting it be known, Right. Please start hitting the cash app that we put up there, ladies and gentlemen. Because like I said, we're going out of our pocket. And on one element of our platform, we're getting ready to go off into a legal dispute with them. You see, and Blog Talk Radio, I'm talking about you. Okay. And they shadow banding us, you see. And this is a great strain, but we're dedicated to it. So we're just asking for some help out there, because we see all these other individuals up here with GoFundMe pages, help us do this, help us do that. Hey, well, help us, help you. Right. You see what I'm saying? Help us, we can get your
there's a donation spot that will not mine. Okay, so that's your closing, Shabaka?
Yes, sir. That's my closing statement until tomorrow, man, because I am tired out here in Sin City.
Okay.
And this proves our point. We put the grind on.
Well, like I said, tomorrow, God will come out of the first part. Very informative for us. It's a black conversation. strictly melanated people should watch. It's very informative. It goes in accordance to mine and Shabaka's bet. I'm sure the Shabaka starts the bet off first. I just added to
Oh
it.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's definitely a melanated black conversation. Definitely going to be B1 all the way around. So coons are not invited to watch, nor white people because they don't get it. So this is just definitely is for the ladies. She put it up there for the ladies and heterosexual men, heterosexual women and men. This is very important. One of those conversations. That'll be part one. So the RVA will come on tomorrow between Jesse's food bank videos and the Bronco game. So
okay, so what time is the Pony Express playing?
Stop it, Shabaka. Stop it with them pirates. It is at 2:25.
Yes.
So, okay, in the Mountain Time Zone, so it'll be 1:25 here. So you guys are playing in Donkey Stadium, or you guys on the road?
Yep.
Okay. All righty. Okay. So who you guys playing tomorrow on the road?
Yeah. Jesse not down the seat. I'm snitching.
No, the computer's freezing up.
Jesse not down the front seat.
The computer is freezing
He said,
up.
I'm tattling.
Finish
First
your
time in
closing,
my whole
lady.
life. I'm telling on Jesse.
What?
Stay black, stay dangerous, stay empowered. Definitely stay black and dangerous. But you just need to be aware. So, love each other. And I'll see you tomorrow on the RVA. Thank you.
Okay. All right, shoot me the link. Okay, shoot me the link for the RVA. And then I noticed you guys are going to watch the Pony Express. Who's the Pony Express playing tomorrow?
The Jets, Shabaka.
I can't watch it. Jesse take me home.
It's the Broncos, goddammit. It's not no damn Pony
Okay,
Express.
so y'all go, so you guys hosting or going to New York?
I think we're at home.
Yeah, we're at home.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys are going to be up there at the Mile High Income City Stadium.
Yep, empowerment field. Even our stadium is about empowerment.
You don't empower nobody, cuz.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, and I think the Raiders, Raider Nation.
Again.
You know why?
Okay. Okay, because I think we hosting tomorrow, or do we have to travel? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm disengaging. We tired. We sleepy. Okay. All right, and shout out there, the brother Paris and Arena Uncensored.
Something that happened.
Okay, can you hear me?
Outside. Yes, hello. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning into this episode of Front Line Blacc News, Season 3. Episode 27, Part 1 of the Front Line Blacc News. We'll be back later on tomorrow or today. I guess it's today now, but tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And go New York Jets.
Hell no. Hell no. Go Denver Broncos. We're in Bronco country.
Man, the Pony Express, man.
Don't ever forget that. You're in Broncos country. And I'm
Sir. Man, you need to lose that hat, man. Yeah, need to lose that hat.
Lady Tay is going to do the RVA, and then we're going to go live again sometime in the afternoon, early evening, or late evening. Anyway, look for part 2, season 3, episode 27. So, peace, love, life.
Definitely.
Reparations and separations from the Mile High Income in a sister city, Aurora, Colorado, or otherwise known as the Sundown Town. Aurora, Colorado, and the Elijah McClain trial is underway. Justice for Elijah.
All right. And this is Shabaka saying Corey, Frontline Blacc News, signing off from Sin City, otherwise known as Las Vegas, Nevada. Over the course of my lifetime, I lost so much damn money I felt like I built this damn place. All right. Okay, folks. I'm out. Okay. Night. Okay.
All right, so yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Front Line Blacc News, the Revolutionary Agenda, and it's about this Black experience. And stay black, stay dangerous, stay empowered, and keep your head on the swivel, Black family. We are at war, and we are under invasion right now as we speak. Peace.